welcome back to my foolish kitchen. I keep saying we need like an electric buzzer which zaps me every time I say This bowl is got some flour from the one that I just put in the oven, but it's not much different, so I'm leaving it in and you'll see why. Otherwise I have to wait while I wash and dry everything. So this recipe is called Goth. I know, we've moved away from flavor profiles into moods. So there's 1 1/4 of our flour. Our flour, as if you own some of my flour, but yeah, you do. Okay, and this flavor, this recipe is, I don't know, I was like, what flavor profile would Goth, does it represent in me? And it was mostly cloves. And then I was thinking, well, just clove is kind of boring, so we're going to be using poppy seed filling and clove. And so that was that. And I'm trying to decide how sweet to make them. Since they're not, I'm going to use 1/4 cup of sugar because the poppy seed filling, pastry filling has a lot of sweetness in it. I didn't have, I had that. I didn't have any just straight up poppy seeds. I just haven't found them. I'm going to use our 1 1/2 of the baking powder and 1/2 on the salt. I'm using unsalted butter, and you'll see why, because I did want to control my salt, and I probably should have thought about it first, but that's what we're going to be doing. And one of the ingredients to this, which I've never worked with before, at least not in my own kitchen, is squid ink. That's the thing that makes pasta black pasta, and other black things, and cakes, and whatever. It's cuttlefish ink, and when they harvest it when they harvest the cuttlefish to eat them. The ingredients in this are cuttlefish ink, water, salt, stabilizers, and a cellulose, which I'm assuming makes it a little bit less liquidy. It doesn't look like a soy packet at all. It looks more like ink, which is thicker, if you've ever seen printer's ink. And this expiration date on this is 3 years from now? Wow. And let's see. How much am I using? Oh, a recipe for black rice. A recipe for pasta. Anyways, 1 to 2 sachets. Okay, so I think 1 would be plenty. Probably too much. But I found the sachets, it's little 4-gram packets. They were 4 for $5, I think, on Amazon. I probably shouldn't do that one. Let's do one where I can cut the edge and not have it all over the place. So let's see what happens. We don't need a whole lot. I mean, obviously these scones, the small batch scones, are very small. I mean, as far as baking goes, they're about half the size of normal recipes of anybody else's recipe. Oh, I probably should have done that after the butter, but no, we want to do it before the butter. We want it to get into all the nooks and crannies. We want it to be a uniform black color. If you've ever had pumpernickel, that's a very dark color and often black. But that is gotten by using different wheats and different ingredients like coffee and cocoa and rye flours and stuff. So, I mean, it's 4 grams. It's probably 1/2 teaspoon. It's probably a little bit more. The poppy seed is also very, very black. It actually looks like caviar. So let's put the butter in. This was another recipe idea that came from my friend Melissa, who said, what about Goth? And you know, aside from black, it's like, what else is there? And then we said, oh, well, cloves. Goths like clove cigarettes. So we're going to chop that up. So that was the first flavor. And I really didn't want just cloves. I'm used to using cloves in combination with other spices for spice cakes and holiday recipes and stuff. So just by itself, it really didn't have a lot of appeal for me. However, this is an experiment, so it works out. If it works one way or the other, I'll say, oh, less poppy seed, more clove. You know, I was very surprised. I really thought that squid ink was going to come out and go all over everywhere. And that's why I used the dirty bowl. It was like, it's just going to turn everything black. And it'll probably liquefy more when I add the milk. Because right now it just kind of disappeared. My brain is going, did I do it right? All I did was open the packet and throw it in a bowl, and I could have done that wrong. Who knows? I realize every time I hit one thing against another, it does echo. The camera is a Sony RX100, and apparently has a really good microphone. I do have a corded mic. I just have never needed it. This camera works really well. You didn't see that. So, but we do have some more lighting coming. I'll get rid of the shadow from the chair. Yes, there's a chair on my wall. That's where it lives. I don't know where the squid ink went, but it's in there. So, let's put in clove. Smells nice. It's a really, we're going to put in a little bit, it's like a rounded half teaspoon, which I think is plenty. A little bit of this goes a long way. And once you open that, now the whole kitchen smells like clove. Yeah, I know sometimes this is dirty and it's mostly just powdered things. You have no idea how powdered cocoa will get everywhere. In case you didn't, I'll put this out just to show you that. These are the whole cloves, and usually we run across those sticking out of ham, floating around in a spiced cider, or a few other things like that, where they're generally you want to extract the flavor. Because when this is that's ground up into a powder, some recipes can't handle that. Baking is fine. It just kind of spreads out, because you've just ground up was essentially a piece of bark. Now, poppy seed, I've only used this in the Hamantaschen cookies. So, regular poppies, I just felt that the stuff in the can would be softer. Regular poppy seeds wouldn't get very soft in the recipe. I'm not sure if one. I mean, this essentially is, why is it today? Everything reminds me of anise. But poppy seed is a little distinct flavor profile of its own. But poppy seed and clove are usually found in those Hungarian cookies, which are very nice. I think 2 is plenty to start this first experiment, because I've got a whole can. My instinct is let's pour more in so we don't have a whole lot left over. Alright, so we're just putting in flavors today. We're not putting in any fruits. I feel really at a loss. It's like there's nothing floating around. That's alright. So we can still use this to do the mashing. Check in the oven, make sure it's still preheating. Terrible to turn around and find out it had gone off when I was talking. But poppy seed is very black. Like I said, it looks like caviar. It's that kind of shiny black. Now the ingredients in that are a lot more than just poppy seeds. Obviously it's got some corn syrup and some, I think there's vanilla in there, probably some stabilizers or something, because it's for pastries. But I just didn't think using whole poppy seeds would be fun. I think that they would end up picking them out of my teeth. And I wanted them to just kind of blend in and give us a nice smooth scone. Very tasty and very black. Okay, we've got 1/3 of milk. I'm going to put in the first half. But that was the first time I've used cuttlefish squid ink, except for, I've done pasta at other people's houses with this squid ink, but usually it's already in the pasta. I don't have to, I just have to make the pasta. I don't actually have to handle the squids. Anyways, I was very surprised to find just a little bit, so I have just enough You don't have to buy like a year's worth of squid ink just to get a little bit for what we want. And then we'll get the rest of this. But I have a feeling we probably could have used a second squid ink, but I can't tell anything until it comes out of the oven. Because if it comes out of the oven gray, we will know next time use 2. Because the packet sachets do say 1 to 2, so I think that that's at cook's discretion of how many you want to use, how deep a black they really want. And obviously we really want it black. So, I mean, this may come off looking gray, in which case I will make it again. I still have plenty of poppy seeds and plenty of squid ink. But who knows, you know, we'll find out. This is, the first time is always an experiment to see what we've got going on. And I really thought that was going to go further. Okay, we are perfect. Well, it's getting darker. I think we just had to kind of get our preheated cast iron pan out. There you go. I can see lots and lots of poppy seeds, but I still think I probably should have used the second one. I really wanted it black, but who knows? It could come out blacker in the oven. And just, I'm at 400 degrees. I'm really reticent about smearing the poppy seed thing on the top because I think it might burn to make it more decorative. But a little sugar, I'll be fine. And we'll see you in 15 minutes. Thanks. Okay, now I've taken the Goth Scones, which are really sadly not black, out of the oven. And make sure that they're not stuck, obviously. Where it says 1 to 2, to get a really good black flavor, black color, you really do need to put 2. Poppy seeds are there. Wonderful smell. No, they don't smell like squid. That's why people use it for pasta, because it adds some saltiness, but really it won't taste like squid. I mean, it's very dark, but it is not the black that rich black that I was looking for. I'm going to have to do these again, see if we can get that really black color. But I really wanted these to come out so we can taste it and see if this flavor is right. Nice clove. Nice poppy seed. Well, let's do it again. See if we can get the black color. But we don't have to adjust the flavorings. It's vaguely like anise, but not really. I know I have to go to the camera and turn off. This is our second batch, and I've used 3 4-gram sachets of squid ink. I know I could have gone from 1 to 2, but that would have left me with 1 that I knew I couldn't use for anything else. So we'll put the rest of the nuts in there. I just have to mush it all together, and we'll bake it and see what we get. This is starting to look more like what I envisioned. So I threw another one in. This time I used the last of the squid ink. I used the last 3 sachets. And it's definitely much darker. I mean, basically one was kind of pointless. I know I could have gone to 2, but it would have left me with 1 that I know I couldn't use. I redone the kitchen so that the stuff I need is right behind me. I don't have to go away. Make sure that this is loose. And smacking it on the counter. I know it makes a very loud noise, but sometimes you get the aggressions out that way. I did put this in for a little longer than 15. I know my cats are smelling the ooh, poppy seeds. Smells nice. Well, it's not still not as black as pitch, but it is black. I mean, it could have been blacker. I mean, I'll probably have to read up on baking with squid ink. I'll find was information on pasta making. So there are our Goth Scones. No, kitty can't have any. Poppy seed, clove. It's all in there. Thank you for watching Foolish Kitchen.